you for tuning in to Soul Water Saturday, where your soul never thirsts. My name is Beauty N Barzz, and hello everybody. Welcome to another edition of Soul Water Saturdays. How y'all doing today? Did y'all miss me? Cause I missed y'all. Y'all know every week is a new week. We always got something different to talk about. Today, I'm going to be coming out of my old school book of poetry one more time. The poetry that I wrote when I was in the 5th grade. I got a few things to say. And then next week, we will be doing something a little different. So we're going to see what's happening next week. But for this week, I'm going to come out of my old school book of poetry one last time. Okay, so before I go into the poem, let me give y'all a little background on what I'm going to be speaking about. So as you guys know, or some of you may not know, I grew up without my father. My father has been in and out of prison all of my life. He is now out, and he's been out for a year. But around this time when I was in the 5th grade, he was in prison. And I wrote him a poem, and you know how you're young and you're kind of in denial. So the poem is not very realistic, but you guys will see what I'm talking about. So to kind of give you guys a brief background, my daddy was never in my life because he was always in and out of prison all of my life. And deep inside of my heart, all I wanted was a father to be there. I would see kids with their daddies and I'm like, man, if only I had my daddy here, you know. It was a lot of things that I did when I was younger. I did spelling bees. I won poetry contests. I did a video that went to the district and ended up being in a film festival. It was a lot of things that I did. Even when I tried out for cheerleading, I just wanted my daddy to be there supporting me, but I did not have a daddy. So I was kind of in denial that I didn't have a daddy, because in my fantasy world as a child, I would fantasize that I had a daddy. So for this poem that I wrote, I was trying to kind of justify for him not being there, like saying that he's been there for half of my life when in actuality he hadn't been there at all. It was times where he was out of prison, but my mom, she was trying to protect me, so she wouldn't let me go with him because of the things that he was doing. So in all actuality, I didn't really know my daddy growing up. It's like I had a relationship with him through my aunt, or on the phone, talking to him through the prison phone, or even I would visit him behind bars sometimes. But I never actually had that daughter-daddy relationship with him, because he was never around. So when you guys listen to this poem, you'll actually understand what I'm talking about. So the title of this poem is so simple. It's called Daddy. And I'll begin reading right now. Daddy. For half of my life, you've watched me grow. You've been in and out of my life, but still, your love for me you show. You've been a joy to have in life. You love to laugh and play. Forever I will love you. No matter what, this is how it'll stay. You see me only every once in a while. I wish it were every day. Sometimes I sit and wonder what you do every day. I miss you a lot. You say you miss me too. How come you don't take good care of me? I'm your responsibility too. You don't put clothes on my back. The time we spend together is very small. Even though you love me, it feels like you don't love me at all. You don't put food on my plate or shoes on my feet. I am not non-existent. I am your child, as you can see. My point of this poem is, Daddy, come back in my life. If you do, my dreams will come true and my life will be all right. So to sum up what I was talking about, see, in the beginning I said he's been in and out of my life, but I said he's been there for half of my life, when in all actuality he wasn't there. At first I started the poem out like very positively, and then it went into the actuality of the situation, the reality. And the reality was my father was never there because he was always locked up or involved in a wrong activity, and all I wanted was for him to be there. So there may be some young girls or some women that can relate. They're probably still feeling that emptiness inside, to where they desire for that father figure or that daddy to be there in their life, but maybe he's caught up in the wrong stuff, or maybe he's just absent. But I just want to tell you guys that I relate to you when it comes to that. Even though my daddy, he is not in prison right now, he's been out for a year, it's still some things that I wish for when it comes to our relationship with one another. So just know in situations like that, you just have to stay prayerful. You just have to keep that person in prayer and just keep seeing things the way you want them to go. Keep feeling it, believing it, and seeing it, and it will actually happen for you. When you think positively and not negatively, positive things will come your way. At one point with the whole situation with my dad, I was thinking negatively, like, oh my gosh, he get on my nerves, like, why is stuff not like this? And the situation was just getting more negative, because that's what I was putting into the atmosphere. But when I started thinking positive and started seeing him the way that I desire for him to be and our relationship to be, stuff started changing. Things are changing with him now that I see him differently. So let me give you guys some advice. If you want something to happen, especially something positive, put positive into the atmosphere. Don't put negative into the atmosphere, because that negative has to return for you, to you. But if you continue to think positive and see things the way that you would like them to go, the atmosphere will start changing things around you, and you'll start noticing. Even if it's a tiny thing, you'll be like, dang, it wasn't happening this way before. That's because you changed your mindset, and mindset is everything. So thank you guys for tuning in to another edition of Soul Water Saturdays. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you for just listening to me and for just joining me every single Saturday. I love you all. As far as good news, let me bring you guys the good news. On Saturday, May 22nd at 4 p.m., I am having a Zoom poetry night. So it will be on Zoom. It is called Kingdom Fam, and Fam stands for Flows Art and Ministry. So it's called Kingdom Fam Poetry Night, or Open Mic Night, because I'm gonna have an open mic after I have my poets go. So with that, it's 2 hours long, and I'm excited for it already. I already have some poets lined up. So if you guys would like to join, please let me know. I will give you guys the information. I will shoot it to you. I will put you on a list. Even if you want to be an audience member, let me know, because that is going down, and I'm excited about that because it's happening very soon. Sunday is Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful mothers. I love you all. I'm glad you all are doing your thing. Continue to be strong and continue to take care of your children. Happy Mother's Day to my own mother. Mama, I love you. Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there, to my first lady, to all of Holy of Holies that have children. Happy Mother's Day. But I just want you guys to know that I love you all. Continue to do your thing and continue to be those strong examples to the children that we need and they need in their lives. Sunday, May 9th is also my anniversary with my husband. We have been married officially 8 years tomorrow. So happy anniversary to Beauty N Barzz and her husband, which is Darren. As you guys may know him, Jerry Curl Get a Curl. That is my husband, Darren Johnson. Happy anniversary to us. I love you, honey, and I'm glad to celebrate 8 wonderful years of marriage with you. About Kingdom Creations, my clothing line. So I'm done with everything when it comes to Kingdom Creation. The website is done. The mobile site is done. The only thing I need to do is advertising now. So come next week, I'm going to start advertising. I have finals for my class this weekend. So this weekend I have to work on that. But come next week, I'm going to start advertising for that, as well as for my poetry night. So be on the lookout for Kingdom Creations. We are coming your way. And that is all the good news and all the announcements I have for now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in once again. Continue to like, subscribe, and share, and help support my vision when it comes to saving the world one soul at a time. I love you guys. Have a great day, and I will see you next time.
I know that you love me, so I'm feeling good. Say but not soft, you get that understood. God got me doing things I never would.